Hello everybody, I just wanted to update everybody after my 4th round of chemo with a fun video instead of maybe a sad video. So I'm going to show you some of my Solidarity hat collection called Solidarity because my dad would put these on when I was sick and say that he was in solidarity with me. So I wanted to talk about my hat collection basically because now I wear them because it's cold in Ohio even though it's been a mild winter, and I've had these hats for years, so I might as well talk about them. One of my, like I say, more distant cousins has a fashion blog, so it's not going to be nearly as nice as hers, but hopefully it will bring some of you joy. So just to update on my situation, I'm feeling pretty good today. I've had 4 rounds of at least 5 days intensive chemotherapy where I'm in the hospital, and then I'm out. And I'll have a PET scan, which will give the doctors information on how much my tumor has hopefully shrunk. I really, feel all the good wishes and the prayers that people are sending my way, and I really appreciate those. So I'm pretty confident that hopefully my tumor will shrink more. I feel healthier than I did when I started this, which is kind of weird to say after 4 rounds of chemo, but I really do. And so really the big thing will be the PET scan that will dictate whether I get more of the same chemo or they change it up and they incorporate radiation. So that's the update. I won't know anything for a couple of weeks. So until that time, you can just look at my hat collection. I'll talk briefly about them. These hats are from the Gap. They have wool in them. I have had these hats for, especially this one, I mean, honestly, like 12 years. I've had this hat for like 12 years. It's held up well, even in my nasty apartment when there was moths. There might be some of these hats have gotten repaired a little bit because they got holes in them. But these two are from the Gap. I like my Solidarity hats to be as fitted as possible because I have a big fat head, and either what happens is they're way too big, and I get a lot of air bubbles, which I'm gonna these still will puff up on my head because my head is fat. But I like them as fitted as possible. The problem is that sometimes you buy hats and they're way too small. But I have found that Gap makes the best hats to fit my head, and I just keep them for a real long time. So again, most of these that I'm showing you over here had them for at least 10 years, if not 12. Also, believe it or not, I can't fit in their clothes, but Abercrombie & Fitch makes nice hats. This hat, again, I've had for like over 12 years. I like that it's knit, and it fits me really well. Again, I like the pink. I think I might have got that when I was maybe like a sophomore in college for my undergrad days. But again, like wool hats, they do me really well, especially from like of all places, Abercrombie & Fitch and the Gap. Well, since my wife found these on sale, they haven't changed much, but here's 2 of the latest Gap Solidarity hats, just winter hats. And these fit me well too, so I'm looking forward to keeping these for at least 12 years because my fashion, like, come on, like, really, I mean, stripes and stripes. I mean, could you really tell that this was made like over 10 years ago compared to this one? Besides maybe just a little bit of wear and tear. No, I mean, it looks exactly the same. Because hats are one area that honestly, age should not matter. That's my fashionista opinion. So those are my Solidarity hat collection. I have more that are hidden elsewhere, but I wanted to go more to the novelties. This is my latest and favorite one. My brother-in-law got this for me, and of course, you know who's the biggest fan of this. It's my son. He's like, Boo. He calls it Winnie the Boo. So Boo. So I'll wear that and get called Boo, which he really enjoys. You also have to have your free hats. These are what you get for filling out like credit card applications. So if you don't want to actually pay money and get a nice one, you can always just fill out credit card applications at your local professional team when you go to a game. This is one that my wife got specifically for this Christmas time. It lights up, so you can see it flashing. I know it's like glitching out on me. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's flashing, which is nice. And of course, this part right here is supposed to be the most dangerous part because kids can die on the batteries in them and get to them. And that is, of course, what Dante goes straight for. So my son will just grab a hold of this and go to town on it. Like, I don't get it. Maybe he sees me turn it on, but I can't really give him a hat like this. And then this isn't a Solidarity hat, but it's just like a nice cap that I like to wear when I play guitar. So the only time you'll see me wearing this is usually when I'm playing guitar. And lastly, bonus hat. This is the nastiest hat. My wife hates this hat. This is what I would wear for like softball, and probably once spring rolls around, 1974, for the real home run king, Hammerin' Hank Aaron. And this beautiful hat, I will not let her wash. So this is probably one of my favorite hats. That's not a Solidarity hat, and that's why it gets shown on this video. So again, thank you so much for all the prayers and everything, and hope you found this video fun. And I will update everybody with my status once I truly know what it is. But for right now, I guess I'm feeling as good as someone can feel that has a tumor in their butt. Okay, thank you. Bye.